Alright, what's up everyone? My plan today was initially to backtest by myself. I was just going to listen to music and vibe, and I'm still probably going to do that. I'm not feeling like talking that much during the stream, but Kirk was like, you might as well go live and, let the people who want to watch. So I'm going to be backtesting. I probably won't be saying as much as normal just because I'm in more of a vibe of wanting to listen to music, but might as well live stream it. Plus, it's a good record of what happened for the day. If anyone in the future ever comes and watches these videos, then it allows them to get a nice record. But guys, this was so sick today, and I just posted this in the trading chat in the Discord. But on the 3 minute, right, we swept out these highs, broke a structure with this low, and then we have a fair value gap that is, once again, ignore all this right here, just focus on the 2022 model. Let's actually just get rid of everything real quick, and then I'll bring that back. Right, the 2022 model is we have a liquidity sweep, we have a break of structure. This is on the 3 minute, by the way. Check this out. This is so sick. Break of structure on the 3 minute. And then we have this gap right here. So this is our 2022 gap. It doesn't look like it's in premium, and it's technically not. But once again, I like to measure out the displacement and say, okay, is equilibrium close enough to the gap? And yes, it is. Right, you can see right here, equilibrium is at the top of the gap. So I actually liked this. So you can see there's equilibrium, right? And then something I was thinking is, whatever, just ignore that, right? It's equilibrium. Something I was thinking is, I wonder if this was like a lower time frame, like. Once again, like a lot of time, I like to take a 2022 trade and break it down even further into a lower time frame flow state. And then I was just doing some digging, and I was like, wait, this is quarterly theory too. Check this out, right? So this is X, meaning we just kind of like reverse off of whatever happened in the previous quarter. And then anyway, accumulation, manipulation with SSMT. And then 1 minute change in state, back test it here off of the 2022 gap, above the true open, and then distribution. Pretty insane how precise that is. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be kind of quiet because I don't feel like talking that much. If you want to just watch, feel free. But other than that, I'm probably not going to be saying a ton. I'm probably just going to be back testing and vibing. So, yeah, just let me know if you need anything. Anyway, I might even listen to music, so. Where'd my phone go? Just hang on, guys. I'm looking for my phone real quick, and then I'll start charting up price action. And honestly, guys, I might not do a market recap today, just because, I don't know, I'm not really feeling it. Oh, did I still go live? Alright, anyway, I'm going to be listening to music, so don't mind me. If you guys, have anything to say, just let me know, but I'm just going to be vibing here. I'm not really... This stream is mostly just for records. It's not for, engagement or entertainment, really. I'm just going to be listening to music, and if you want to watch to learn, you can. And yeah, I'm listening to music, so. Alright. I'm actually curious. We could try splitting up time in the quarters again. Oh, let's split it up like this. This is interesting. Um, Manipulation and distribution kind of looks like it happened in the same quarter. But anyway, I'm gonna mark it out still, right? It's very interesting. But this was where the manipulation was. You know what I mean? So I guess manipulation and distribution can occur in the same quarter. I didn't know that. So big part of why is we'd already been accumulating. Accumulation, manipulation, we're above the true open. Distribution. Hey, what up, Kirk? You actually are first this time. Yeah, so once again, guys, I might not talk a lot, but I might as well stream just for the record and in case anyone else wants to watch to maybe, just watch and enjoy the stream and it, like, it's better to stream it than not stream it, even if I don't talk a lot. So I might not be talking a lot. Once again, I'm kind of listening to music right now, but might as well stream it. So, but I'm really enjoying marking out these micro cycles with quarterly theory because the more I look at it, the more I realize it's like really, really precise. We had a 1 minute rejection block here. And we end up getting SMT with that rejection block. So this right here is a Phoenix model, right? And then yeah, 1 minute change in state. Quarterly theory is the literally the map, dude. It's literally the map. The only thing is, it's kind of confusing because manipulation and distribution happened in the same quarter this time, but still. This is where distribution starts. Bang. Retest of that. That's actually pretty sweet, right? So, had you been using quarterly theory as a guide, you could have caught this. Now, oh my gosh, it's so much easier said than done. Like, to catch this in the moment, you have to figure out all of that in like a matter of. That's awesome. Yeah, the issue is you have to calculate, like, the SMT with the quarter. You have to do that in live time, and oh my gosh, so much easier said than done. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. Imagine if you're a computer algorithm detecting it, right? At that point, it's just input and outputs, and then from that perspective, quarterly theory makes a lot of sense. It's objective, it's codifiable, right? You look for 22-minute divergence between correlated assets at a specific time, above the true open, and then wait for change in state. And you can see why that's that's extremely codifiable, meaning you can definitely put that into code. And so, I mean, it makes a lot of sense why quarterly theory works, because algorithms probably run using it, right? I don't know how to code my own. I wish I did, but it makes sense that people do code it, right? Because you just time-based SMT above a true open with AMD, and then you enter the change in state. Bang. I mean, it makes sense to me. Maybe it doesn't make sense to everyone, but it doesn't really need to make sense to everyone for it to be real. So. But yeah, I find this very, very fascinating. Now, obviously, I might not always draw it out correctly. I might make mistakes here and there, but that's part of the learning process and getting better. Interestingly, this was also a 2022 model. So this was a 930 flow state retest, 1 minute. 15 minute, 1 minute. And also working on a version of that for SMT also. If you get Google Gemini, it's a breeze. Yeah, man, I would love to just get to learn how to code in PineScript so I could code my own indicator that first detects. If I were to code my own indicator, obviously it would be stupidly hard. I'm not saying it'd be easy, but I would have it detect SMT between quarters, so a time-based SMT. I would pair it with the true open, right? And then I'd have it look for change in state. And I feel like that would be very, very profitable. I think it would. At least I would think it would be, but I don't know. But then another thing I'm noticing here is, as well with this sweep, right? I'm going to consider this the sweep because S&P did take the high, so it doesn't really matter if NASDAQ didn't. So that's Phoenix model. We could mark this out as Phoenix model, right? I mean, it's kind of a sketchy Phoenix model, but maybe you could take it. Let's just say that you took it, right? Phoenix Mini. That'd be crazy. That's insane. That is genuinely insane. Yeah, look at this Phoenix Mini, right? Where you just enter at consequent encroachment of the rejection block when SMT is forming. And it's above the true open. I mean, insane. Insane stuff, guys. So this is Phoenix Mini at 924. And what's cool about putting these trades in my journal is it's very, very objective. Like, someone else who doesn't even know me could code the exact same trade with the exact same type, with the exact same time frame, with the exact same timestamp. And that's really cool about my timestamps that I'm making here. Like, 924, it's very objective. There can only be one. Phoenix model, mini version, meaning I enter at consequent encroachment. And then 1 minute rejection block. It's objective, dude. You can't, it's undeniable if someone knows exactly what I'm talking about. I find it very cool. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. The other thing I was going to note here is that we did end up getting a break of structure here. And I'm going to actually get rid of the quarters because I don't want to have them here anymore. I kind of like this as the break of structure. So, break of structure. Guys, did you see TGR today? TGR took like a negative 2R risk reward trade, or like a 0.3R risk reward trade, and lost $87,000. And I watched the video, and like, you genuinely feel bad for him. Like I feel bad because that sucks. Like, that sucks a lot. Like, man, I actually do feel bad because that's never fun. Yeah, man, it's just like, Poor guy. You know, I was gonna make a video today, and in the video I was gonna talk about, kind of connect it. I don't know. I could still make it, right? But in the video I was gonna talk about how, essentially, every time something crazy like that happens in our trading, the beauty of it is we can assess it, learn from it, and then continue becoming a better version of ourselves going into the future and never make that mistake again, right? And I mean, TJR's been in the game a long time. I'm not trying to say what he should do or what he shouldn't do because he's obviously very successful with his trading. But, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, we just got to keep learning from his losses. Why didn't he wait for that Sibi inverse? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This was clean. Imagine he took this. I'm actually so interested to see if... And I might still make the video. I might not. I don't know if I will. But, yeah. Accumulation, manipulation, break of structure, 2022. What was I gonna say? Anyway, I was thinking about making a video about it, and basically saying, like, what did I write down? I was thinking about making it a video, kind of like tying everything together about. Let me see what I wrote down here. Oh, let your losses shape you into who you're becoming. Every loss is one thing you'll never do wrong again. And this isn't just in trading, but also in life. And then I was going to react to TJR's trade, talk about getting better with every single loss, talk about how, everything we do, we just got to get a little better. Talk about, there's a lot of different things. Yeah, did you see Dodge's reaction? That's pretty good. Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, also look at how this was probably in premium of this price leg lower, right? I mean, that's clean. That's clean. Very, very clean, right? Even measured out like this, and we're still in premium. So, yeah, guys, 2022 model just doesn't work. It's broken. I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead and screenshot this. Put this in here as 2022 model. 930 retest. But yeah, I don't know. I still might make that video. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I just kind of feel out of it today. Like, I don't know if you saw the conversation with FA, but like, I'm not trying to, like, FA's obviously a better trader than me, and I'm not trying to say, like, I know better than him, but ICT concepts do work, and the frustrating part about it, like, I'm arguing with FA in the Discord, is, like, obviously I haven't shown a track record of making $1 million or anything like that. But I can clearly say that ICT concepts work. I mean, we can clearly look at them in the charts and say that they do work. And so it's just like frustrating because just because I haven't proven myself and made myself rich doesn't mean that necessarily I'm doing anything wrong. It's just that it takes time. And, it can be frustrating because, I don't know, FA is just trying to tell me, like, here's what you got to do because I'm profitable and you're not. And I'm like, well, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be there yet. It's just I'm not there right now. So, yeah, 930, 2022 model, 1 minute. But, yeah, that's just kind of how I feel. Yeah, this is a 1 minute 2022 model. Save. That's why I try not to watch live streams while trading. It screws up my objectivity. Yeah, bro. For real. So yeah, then we come down the rest of the day, right? We end up drawing back down all this low resistance for New York AM session, right? That's what happened. We had all of this build up, generate liquidity for New York AM session, right? This is all low resistance liquidity that perfectly engineered for New York AM session. And then we come down into this daily void, right? This daily void. And yeah. So this was essentially the draw on liquidity, right? You can see how we draw back down into it. This is low resistance liquidity. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do the market recap today. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it today. But for anyone who wants to know what happened today, I guess you can watch this live stream. Yeah. Nice LRLR buildup. And then, yeah, wow, we just get 15-minute change in state. And I guess we go lower off of that. I wouldn't say this is a very obvious change in state. I'm not going to lie. But it ended up playing out. So, whatever, I guess. Maybe I won't even mark it out. Maybe I'll just show it. This is low resistance liquidity. I mean, it's very interesting that we just went straight up and then straight down. I feel like that doesn't normally happen. But, yeah, obviously daily void was the draw. Let's go ahead and screenshot this. So, one thing to note is this did happen during London, so a lot of time London makes higher low of the day, so maybe you can anticipate this being a London reversal, New York continuation day, or I don't even know if that's what you would call it. Yeah, I guess that's exactly what it was, huh? LRLR delivers us to the daily void. Yeah, we inverse this for value gap. Inversion for value gap here. We get change in state. And hi, thank you, you're the best.
You're welcome. Love you.
Love you.
Love you, honey.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know. It's nothing obvious, which is the issue, right? Like, it kind of almost, looks almost bullish at the time that we got that inversion for value gap. But anyway, it's important to observe and learn. Interesting. Look at this SMT with YM. This is crazy. Honestly, guys, this was probably a big reason why we had such an aggressive dump. Was this SMT? Look at that. We have London high here, and then New York high here. And this is SMT with YM. And it was above midnight. And then, yeah, here's midnight. We're above midnight. Then we're 7:30. Now I'm actually super curious. Where was 7:30? Let's just pull up the indicator. Oh wow, that is so interesting. So 7:30 is right here. So S&P must have swept it then. Either way, it's still interesting. We got close to it. I don't know what else to look at. I mean, this price action was not that great. Once again, this main this move lower was the main opportunity. Man, this move that liquidated TJR, big rip. I wonder if there was like a 15-second change in state off of it, because it was a 1 minute gap. No, that was instant, bro. There wasn't even any change in state. That was instant. Yeah, the first strike was really good today, where we had the first run for value gap and then 5-second change in state. I should have just taken it, bro. I mean, it was really good, but I didn't take it. Once again, what I'm talking about is this 1 minute gap, and then 5-second change in state, and you can see the 1 minute first presented for value gap and a 5-second change in state, and you can see how this brings us all the way lower, right? Look at that. Crazy. Anyway, I might listen to music again. Yeah, I'm going to. Let's see if there's even anyone watching. I'll still keep the stream going, even if there isn't, but... Oh, there's 2 watching. Nice. Yeah, it feels like price action at 6 a.m. was way cleaner than the New York session. I guess we had a 5-minute gap here. 5-minute reclaimed gap, right? We use it 3 times. We use it like 5 times. And then we end up getting SMT here. Yeah. So this same thing, right? This works as a 5-minute 30-second trade. That really was the trade of the day, huh? Man, trading is not easy. Wish it was easier. Okay, I'm listening to music. I don't know how long this is gonna go for, but yeah. Anyway. So the key with these flow states is we gotta make sure we're really waiting until the market's obviously ready to distribute lower. And a lot of time that's not easy. I'm actually curious if this was in a gold block range. This one, well, it might have been, but this, right? We kind of, sweep out the high here. So we go from the low to the high, and then come back to the low. Find that cool. This would be not easy to hold, I'm not gonna lie. It's never easy to hold, but still. And also, this is not just a fair value gap, it's a reclaimed fair value gap. Why? Because we use it once, twice, 3 times. We essentially sweep the high 3 times. So 5-minute reclaimed fair value gap, not just any fair value gap. Anytime we reclaim a fair value gap 3 times, dude, that supercharges it, bro. Anytime you, honestly, I would even call this a supercharged fair value gap. I'm honestly gonna name it right now. Like, if you use a reclaimed fair value gap, or if we fill a reclaimed fair value gap 3 times, that honestly kind of supercharges it. I'm honestly gonna call this a supercharged fair value gap. I'm making it a name right now, right? I don't know. I just like naming stuff, but like it's totally a valid concept. Like, I could show you so many examples. Look at this, right? Accumulation, manipulation, 30-second change in state. Check this out, right? I'm gonna show you an example from earlier this week. I just made that up just now. I love that. $9.30 flow state retest, 5-minute, 30-second. Okay, check this out from earlier this week, right? We had the same exact thing on a daily chart, or the 1-hour chart. Or a 4-hour chart is what I meant. Right? We had this old 4-hour for value gap. It's actually a BPR. Four hours supercharged for value gap. Why do I call it supercharged? Because we used it 3 times. I love this concept, bro. Look at this. This is like literally like you're like charging your power up to use in a video game. 2, and then 3. Now we're ready. I don't know. Just it's kind of silly concept, but it's, I don't know. Like, obviously it's strong, right? It's a very strong for value gap when we use it 3 times. And we also had a sequential SMT where we had a sweep of this low. With a previous week's low SMT. So then check this out. This is where things get cool. Actually, yeah. I'm just going to screenshot it like this. But yeah, look at that. Pretty nice, huh? Okay, I have to use the bathroom. I could just call it a reclaimed for value gap. I don't know, man. I'll probably call it supercharged or reclaimed. Doesn't really matter. I can make up names. It's fine. let's put this in. Actually, let's put it in today. So supercharged FEG, reclaimed X2. So, and then 3 total. Alright, I'm gonna go use the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So yeah, this backtesting session, for those who just got here, it's going to be extremely chill. I'm just kind of listening to music, charting stuff up. Only reason I'm streaming is in case anyone wants to watch me. You know, might as well, in case someone benefits from it, you know. So why is this in the bottom screen? Let's try and get that fixed. Man, they must have messed that up a long time ago. There we go. So let's see if there are any new day opening gaps. There's not going to be any new week opening gaps here. Oh, there's a new day opening gap right there. Hmm. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Trading's hard. There's no other way to put it. Trading is hard. Should we look at more quarterly theory stuff? I don't know. It's been kind of interesting, me. Let's see if there was a London session quarterly theory. If there was, it's not obvious. Wait. No. It was. I'm just dumb. Wait, this is actually so clean. This might be one of the cleanest quarterly theory trades we've ever had. The crap? Look. A. M. Now, technically, the manipulation happens in Q3, but still. This is sick. Check this out. D. Guys, I think quarterly theory is kind of clicking for me. Pairing quarterly theory with flow state. Hey, what up, Nexus? This is a pretty chill backtesting session. I'm not really talking a lot. But look at this, right? 130 true open is right here. What happens? Are you a futures trader? Yes. I'm not talking a lot right now, though, so. Check this out, right? Manipulation occurs. Maybe this is. Nah, I would consider this distribution. Right? So accumulation. All this is essentially accumulation right here. So accumulation, we sweep out the lows. That's obviously manipulation. It occurs below the screw open. Dang, bro. This was really clean. Dang, I think quarterly theory is clicking for me, guys. Took a while. It's been 2 years. 2 years and a month. Yeah, so accumulation. I wonder if we had like a key level. Let's check. Yeah, we have a 15-minute. There's not a gap, but there's a 15-minute order block. Dang, bro. I can't lie. I've been sleeping on quarterly theory. Have S? What? So here's our higher time frame PD array. This is so sick. I've been sleeping on quarterly theory big time, bro. Have I tried AMDX? That's what this is, bro. AMDXO? What's that, bro? Oh. Yeah, that's what this is, bro. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at London session. So you can see here, 1 minute change in state off of. So we're pairing flow state with quarterly theory on the 6-hour time frame. Yeah, bro. I believe you though. That 6 hours is probably pretty good, huh? Maybe I should look at it on the 6-hour, bro. That's a good idea. Bro, Day is a genius. No, because actually, Day is actually a genius. What the heck? Bro. Day is so smart. How did you figure this out, man? How the heck do you figure out quarterly theory? The 6-hour? Okay, bro. I'm going to have to try out the 6-hour. Like, damn, bro. Damn. I can't lie. This is so cool. ICT gave clues? Dang, what the heck? Dude, I feel like quarterly theory is just the answer. It's just the answer, bro. Like, why is it so clean? So, do we have sequential SMT? Here's Q1. This is kind of confusing. Is there SMT? Oh, yeah, there's SMT with YM. Wait, no, there's not. Hang on. Is there SMT here? Honestly, it doesn't look like there's SMT. Wait. I'm tripping, bro. I'm tripping. This is SMT right here, bro. Right? Wait. Okay, we gotta really zoom in to figure this out. If there's SMT, it's not obvious. I'm not gonna lie. I guess I'm just not gonna use SMT on this one. Still though, pretty clean, right? We still use the true open. I guess there just wasn't SMT. How cool would it be if Trader Day saw my stream? Bro, that guy is a legend. How the heck do you figure out quarterly theory? Bro is like literally Einstein, the modern day Einstein, bro. How the heck did he figure this out? Okay, I'm gonna try quarterly theory on the 6 hour. So 312, flow state, retest. You know what? All of a sudden, these markets make a ton of sense. 15-minute, 1 minute. Apparently, he spent quarterly theory is from ICT, bro. Not according to ICT, bro. Apparently, ICT says that quarterly theory is not ICT. Apparently, he spent all of his life in his mom's basement watching every ICT video there is to figure it out. That's insane. Day is so smart. Holy crap! Is he actually worth 100 million? If so, that's insane. Bro, you have to admit, like, this stuff is pretty fascinating. So should we look at the 6 hour then? I think I've been sleeping on the 6 hour chart, guys. So let's take a look at it for today. Yeah, I feel like we can figure out what M is and what D is. So obviously this is accumulation. Then we manipulate. What's your predictions for tomorrow? We have a clean daily CRT in play. I'm gonna have to look at that, bro. Well, I'll definitely take a look at that. I want to finish marking this out first. But yeah, I'm not honestly sure. We do have that void below, but higher time frame is bullish, so it's hard to say. Accumulation. So I think this was A. Where's midnight? Okay, here's midnight. True day open. Yo, what up, Rex? Like, I have to admit, it's pretty cool. Or maybe you even need to mark this whole entire thing out as accumulation. And then this was manipulation. Wait, that actually makes a lot more sense. Okay, A. M. Have to admit, this makes more sense than what I had drawn out before. And then what became the drawn liquidity? The opposite side of the range. Man, I think it's very fascinating. The true opens are probably the most important part. Without the true opens, Like, I would be so lost, bro, because the true opens really tell you, are we in a manipulation phase, are we in distribution? Otherwise, I would never know. That's just how I feel. So A, M, and then here's a change in state right here. Yeah, bro, this was clean. Now, would I have seen this in the moment? No. But over time, can I train the skill to get to the point where I could see this in the moment? Yeah, bro. That's the cool part about trading. So yeah, change in state of delivery here. Retest. Stop at the high. Bro, let's measure out standard deviations of this real quick. Wait. Dang, bro. For some reason, the 7th standard deviation is really nice, and don't ask me why. This is something I personally discovered. It's for some reason, like, the 8th is nice too, but the 7th, and when the 8th doesn't work, the 7th usually works. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. It's just an observation. But yeah, that's crazy. I'd target the 4th. I'd target the 4th. What are you doing, bro? Well, right now, this is just a chill backtesting stream. I'm just observing price action for what happened, and I'm just going through the charts. But, bro, I have to admit, like, quarterly theory, this is quarterly theory, right? I might not be marking it out exactly correctly, but still, I think it's cool. Like, obviously, there's something to it. Bro, Day is a genius. So, yeah. Here's the 5-minute change in state. I'm going to screenshot this. Yeah, I wish there was another true open here, but there's not. $7.30. Yeah, this one's not super perfect. It's like we tap it, but still. Anyway, very interesting. There's a PSP on the 7th standard deviation. Really? Dang, bro. Wait, let me look. PSPs are so cool. I want to understand them better. Yeah, I'm lost. I'm lost, bro. But I still think this is cool, right? Kind of use using the true opens and then time, right? To figure out, okay, are we in a manipulation phase or distribution phase? So A, bro, BTC. What's going on with BTC? Whoops. All these theories are overcomplicated. Okay, bruh. You are just like FA. You can go over and go hang out with FA in the Discord, bro. I like my stuff. and I'm gonna keep doing my stuff, bro. I don't care if it's overcomplicated. It's cool, right? It's cool. So what? So what if it's overcomplicated? I think it's cool. I mean, it's precise, bro. I mean, genuinely, like, if you don't like it, don't watch it. You and Fa, bro. You guys would get along in this. Ugh. AMDX for the daily range. Now, I don't know if there was SMT. Wait. There was SMT. Yeah, there was SMT here. Anyway. Let's just move on. I don't know what else to look at, guys, but genuinely, I don't know. These markets are just so cool. And obviously, I'm not the best trader in the world yet, but I think it's cool stuff, dude. I don't get it all the way, but... yeah, I think I might be done, and I'm not gonna lie, guys. Bro, have you heard of time dilation theory? I've heard of it. I don't understand it, but I've heard of it. I need to look into it more. Oh, dang, there's 7 people watching now. I actually kind of... I don't know. I have this book on it, but I don't know if it's on time dilation theory or if it's on something else. I'm actually looking at the book real quick. Maybe it's called time dilation theory. It might be called something else. But, bro, it's cool stuff. Let me look. Let me look at what the book is called. Yeah, the one that I have is called Digital Time Theory. So I guess that's different. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. I want to learn about time dilation theory. Time dilation theory plus quarterly theories of gold mine. Dang, bro. I need to learn more about it. I'm a noob. What up, Simon? Guys, I might end the stream. I don't know if I'm gonna do a market recap today. I don't know. Not feeling super, energetic to film it today. I don't know why. I maybe it was a conversation in the Discord today. Maybe it was just the stuff that happened today. But I don't know, bro. I'm just in a weird mood. Nice. That's pretty cool, John. Oh yeah, you wanted me to look at daily CRT. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie, bro. We're so bullish. I don't trust that CRT at all, bro. Bro, are you gonna try to full port 300k Apex on FOMC? What you think? Oh, you are. 300k like eval money or funded? I mean, I don't know, man. I would personally, if I was to gamble evals, I feel like, I guess if you do it the way that we talked about, where you set them different directions and you put limit orders and stuff, then actually that could work. Eval. Yeah, bro. Watch that video I did covering the strategy, where you set them different directions and stuff, and put limit orders. That actually might be the move, bro, but not financial advice. Man. Yeah, guys, I wouldn't be bearish, even though maybe there's daily CRT and a void, right? It's extremely bullish. That's all I'll say. It's hard to be bearish. Like, imagine if you were bearish when we were expanding up after this void, right? You would just get wrecked. Like, usually when we void up, like, you can look at the past what happens when we void up, right? It's usually because it's extremely bullish and market continues higher. Only thing is whipsaw. I wonder how FOMC compares with CPI, for example. Oh yeah, you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to not do it with CPI or with FOMC. It's supposed to be for only CPI and NFP, but I could be wrong actually. I don't really know. Yeah, guys, I might end the stream here. I don't think I'm gonna do market recap today. I know I should, but I'm just not feeling the motivation, guys. So, but I'll get up, live trade tomorrow, and then we'll keep going. We could actually, you know what? We could look at the higher time frame if you guys want. What do you guys think? Should we look at the higher time frame? Maybe do some higher time frame analysis. That might be the move. What do you guys think? Oh, whoa, 11 watching now. Bro, what the heck? Yeah, bro, I'm honestly just not having, like, the best day either. I'm in a weird spot where I'm like, I don't know, you put so much effort into everything, and you just get to the point where you're like, I just need a break day, bro. Like, you go nonstop. You just, and then you have something like what happened today in the Discord server. Like, FA was just like, I don't know. FA was just saying I was overcomplicating everything, and trust me, I get it. Like, you know, he's profitable and I'm not, or working on it, right? It's super easy for him to tell me what to do, right? But that doesn't mean that ICT concepts are bad. That doesn't mean trading ICT isn't correct, because it's obviously true. So it's just frustrating because, you know, until you prove everyone else wrong, it's like they're right. And even if they are wrong, it doesn't matter. But yeah, trust me, price will drop tomorrow. You think? It's possible, bro. But we just have this giant void. I don't know, bro. I think I'm leaning bullish, personally, but maybe we could measure out this 4-hour manipulation leg, but yeah, we kind of are at the second standard deviation of this here. Yeah, actually, you know what? This kind of fits in pretty well with this model here. Wait, this is actually really interesting. Hold up. Four-hour change in state. And then we just hit the second standard deviation. So we got a weekly key level. I mean, maybe you could consider this like a weekly implied fair value gap right here. I'm actually curious. Now I'm so curious. Is this gonna act like a gap? Whoa. That is interesting. Guys, implied fair value gaps are so real. What the? Look at that. Weekly implied gap right there. And you see how the market responds to it? And then 4-hour change in state. Oh, what the? I measured it out from the wick before. Anyway, guys, I think that's enough charting for today. I'm not gonna lie, though. We gotta start marking out implied gaps more. Like, if I take the difference between, let's just find another one, for instance, like, what's another example of one? Oh, there's probably some good examples within here. I'm looking. Maybe it was just that one example. Oh, here. No, notice how this isn't a gap, but if you combine these two candles, it is a gap. Interesting. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Sorry I'm not making the market recap today, but I'd rather just, try and keep my sanity right now and take a break. So, with that, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this chill live stream. Wasn't anything crazy. I didn't even talk that much, but thought I'd at least do the live stream in case you guys found it interesting or insightful. And yeah, let's keep moving forward, guys, one day at a time. Hopefully I can be on the charts on time tomorrow. If I'm not, bro, that's just disappointing, but I better be. So yeah, once again, thank you guys, and peace out. Let's keep going.